The official Avengers Doomsday trailer came out a few days ago. I reacted to it because I legitimately had nothing better to do that morning, and my opinion on it was that it didn't really look all that interesting, it didn't do enough to pull me in particularly, and that it just might not be all that good as an Avengers movie. And while my opinion still stands for the most part, as the days go by and I get more and more time to sit on the ideas that this trailer puts forward and sort of what they want to do with the movie, I can't help but feel like there is no way this movie will live up to the expectations it has not only built for itself, but also the admittedly low expectations I think most people have for it. The reason why is not a mystery to anyone who is even remotely familiar with the chum bucket tier movies and shows that Marvel has been putting out for the past few years. I would go as far as to say that this all started with Endgame. Now, for the past few years, there has been this kind of revisionist history movement, I guess you could call it, on Avengers Endgame specifically, and tons of creators have pushed the idea that Endgame is a bad movie. I myself have never really subscribed to this idea. Was it a perfect movie? Absolutely not. It had tons of issues. However, I think the movie shines despite those issues and is still a good movie to watch if you don't have anything better to do. Again, it's not a masterpiece, but it's definitely not as bad as a lot of people try to make it seem. I do want to bring attention to the issues it does have though, because in my opinion it is these very issues that grew and spread all throughout all other Marvel projects and gave them all this feeling of sameness. Like, you're watching different characters, yeah, but it feels like it's always the same song and dance, the same blueprint every time, and you're not getting anything of substance, just a cameo or a Marvel humor fest for a few episodes until everything ends and you're supposed to care about what they're setting up. Except nobody ever cares. This has been prevalent in tons of shows like Agatha, which, to be honest, I don't even remember what happened in that, or something like the ending of the last Doctor Strange movie. We got left off in this cliffhanger of Strange going into this dark dimension to do something, but we haven't seen or heard shit about it since. Or look at something like Ironheart, which it feels like Marvel is almost embarrassed of because of Call Me Blind, but I didn't see a single element of that show in this trailer. Now, to be completely fair, it could be that the trailer just isn't showing everything and it wants to leave some surprises for the whole movie, which is absolutely valid, and it probably is the case. But I feel like this is one of those situations in which you don't want to do that, because first off, it's Ironheart, a property and character which most people already don't care for and don't want to see. So in the case that it is an actual surprise, it's just gonna be the most disappointing thing of all time. And on the other hand, the situation this movie is placing its story in is already so bleak and devoid of any real stakes that I feel we need more interesting elements to actually bring people into this movie. One of the reasons Infinity War was so tense is because it really felt like it could go either way, and in a sense it actually did. Infinity War used that concept to the fullest, not letting you guess who would triumph right up until that snap. But in this case, the setup is just so damn tragic, man. The strongest Avenger we even see, which is Thor, already looks like he's gonna get no-diffed. I mean, not even looks, the trailer spoils it. And if he can't do shit to Doom, then what hope does fucking Yelena or 99-year-old Magneto have? It just feels like we're going into this knowing what's gonna happen. That's without even taking into account that one leak about the final fight or the leak about the whole story. Honestly, I'm not even gonna risk showing either of those, but it just involved, at least the fight one, involves Doom and some Sentinels. Granted, that could be fake, and like all leaks, they need to be taken with a huge grain of salt, but man, it's just not looking good. And I guess all this is to say that it's just sad to see what once was such a great franchise be reduced to this. Now, I'm not gonna pretend like the old Marvel movies were some highbrow, Oscar-worthy masterpieces, because they weren't, and that's just a fact. But it still hurts to see so much talent and money go to waste on such pointless projects that nobody from the consumer or production side care about. And it's not like Marvel isn't capable of making good stuff, because they aren't. Things like Loki and Moon Knight shine and in my opinion are amazing despite the many issues that do exist in them. And yet they're either thrown to the side with no explanation or expectations, like Moon Knight, or are seemingly ignored and maybe even rewritten, or at least that's what I'm assuming from what we saw in the trailer of that Loki, which we don't even know if it's supposed to be our Loki, or what the hell is even going on with that, which, by the way, I truly hope they don't go down that route. Again, Loki is one of the few recent Marvel, I guess, properties you could call, not really property, but projects that I actually cared about. It actually had a profound meaning and an ending that actually, made me feel something. I cared when Loki essentially sacrificed his own, existence. Technically not killing himself, but, dooming himself to kind of slavery. That kind of thing is heartwarming. And the story Loki told is great. So seeing this version of Loki, if it even is our Loki or whoever is supposed to be just standing here wearing the TVA shit without any actual explanation, which again is warranted because we will get one in the movie, is extremely concerning. I don't want to be completely negative though, so I will say I actually do like what we've seen of Doom so far. I think what we've seen of his design is really cool. I think the one line we do get to hear from him in the trailer sounds nothing like Robert Downey Jr. and that's amazing. I am worried for the potential implications that RDJ being Doom could have. I mean, they can do some really lame stuff with this, but here's hoping they don't. Overall, I think Doomsday will just not be a good movie. Will it fail? Probably not. The Avengers property is just too damn big worldwide. It's nearly impossible, but hey, never say never. We have seen giants stumble and reassess their ways. Look at everything surrounding Black Ops 7. I obviously don't want this movie to be bad. In an ideal universe, there wouldn't be any bad movies. Unfortunately, that's not our universe, and if I had to choose between both, I would rather have this movie fail and be a wake-up call for Marvel to get their shit together and actually put some effort into what they do. We don't deserve to get shit like this, and Marvel is capable of doing way, way more. However, I gotta be realistic. When it comes to things like this, whether it's movies, whether it's shows, whether it's any form of entertainment, the story is always the same. The money is what speaks. It does not matter to these suits, it does not matter to mostly anybody in the industry whether or not people actually like what they are putting out if at the end of the day they get their paycheck. And the fact of the matter is, they probably will get their big paycheck. A really fucking big one. This movie will probably, again, break some records. It will maybe be the biggest movie of the year. And I hate saying that. I hate that that's the reality. I hate that's what we have to face. We just have to conform to whatever slop they want to put out, to whatever they want to throw at us. It's so sad. It's so annoying to see. I don't care about almost any character in this movie. I hope they bring some interesting ones. I hope they give us something. But God, let's be honest with each other. It's just not gonna happen. I have some hope for Spider-Man Brand New Day. As I'm recording this, the movie has not come out yet. I actually don't even know what day it comes out yet. I do have hope, though, that maybe something is set up there. Because, like I mentioned before, for the past few years, the past few Marvel projects have not been setting up diddly squat. We haven't been getting shit whatsoever. So there's a little bit of hope that maybe Spider-Man does enough of a decent job to make it feel like Doomsday is not just completely separated from what we've been getting, shoved down our throats for the past few years of Marvel. I'm literally just praying, though. That's all there is to it. This is a bit of a short video, just a rant on it. I really had no expectations for this video, so sorry for it being so low effort. I just really wanted to get this out and talk about it because it's been bothering me quite a bit, especially with some of the discourse I've been seeing on some social medias. But yeah, if you watched this all the way, thank you so damn much. I appreciate every single one of you taking the time out of your day to interact with any of my content. I hope you all have a good day, morning, night, whatever it is. I love you all. Bye.